biggest stage in sports. It's the Bengals going up against the Jets.
Larry, white stuff is on the ground and in the air. 3 inches fell overnight, and we expect more as this game wears on. Should be interesting here at MetLife Stadium, just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". First down, Stanton. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
First and 10. Stanton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Detroit! Detroit!
Across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Over! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! No, check! Patriot!
Time running out here on the play clock. Looking to throw. Stanton got his man complete over the middle. That's Douglas. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now the offense lining up first and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! All right, here over!
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 10 yards still left on second down.
Back there, Philly. Here we go. Now let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
To throw on third down, Stanton. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
first down, they'll run it on the draw play. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Partner, I know that play didn't work very well, but an old New York Giants quarterback taught me a lesson a long time ago. Sometimes running the draw actually takes courage and play calling. You're actually setting something up for later in the game, and just because it was unsuccessful then doesn't mean it won't be successful later.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. So that drive goes a full 80 yards and 10 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Here we go now. Green 39.
We have played a quarter here in this AFC divisional playoff. 7-0 is our score, and we will return to MetLife Stadium after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. From the gun, Tyler. Caught Eifert over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And down inside the 15 he goes. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction. and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play. So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Tyler. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the 2nd level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off. Didn't have to knock anyone to the side. Didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off. That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor. But they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanton over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to throw. Stanton. Throw left side, complete. It's Douglas. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now, they put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Throwing again. Stanton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Stanton. And now another one thrown incomplete. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or a big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley. Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure that you just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Throwing on 1st down. Stanton looking middle, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Looking to throw. Stanton trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it here with Logan. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
way,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Tyler. And his throw here is incomplete. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Green, 39!
Off play action. Tyler. Wide open receiver complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again.
And it'll be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Well, New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Stanton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tyler always got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. First down. Tyler over the middle, complete. That's Frazier. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Tyler got his man. It's Eifert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw on second down, Tyler. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's third down. The Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Tyler. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Back to throw. Tyler. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Throwing to start the drive. Stanton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.